voice that greatly influences us is that of the world or society. It's like Christianity and society are polar opposites. What we say is good, society says is evil. What we say is evil, society says is good. As Christians, we say we love the sinner but hate the sin. But society turns around and says, no, you don't love me, because if you loved me, you would support me in what I choose to do with my body and how I choose to live my life. And for some absurd reason, as Christians, we're afraid to stay true to what we believe because it may offend them or hurt their feelings. So we say, fine, I love you, and I'll leave you alone to do whatever you want to do with your life. Brothers and sisters, do we not realize that us turning a blind eye to situations like this is just as bad as us turning a blind eye to someone coming to us saying, hey, I don't care what happens to me, so I'm going to smoke what I want, I'm going to drink what I want, I'm going to do what I want when I want. I am basically going to bring my life to the point of no return, and you say you love me, so I expect you to sit back and watch it happen. And I know some of you in the room are like, one is a matter of someone potentially killing themselves, and one is a matter of just choosing how to live your life. If we have the same reaction to both, how can the outcome be the same? While here on earth, all sin has different consequences. Ultimately, all sin is working its way to the ultimate consequence, death. But the game changer is what happens after death. Option one. We sit back, we give in to the world, and we watch our family, friends, and loved ones rush the gates of hell. Or option two, we stay true to what we believe. We say, hey, society, I love you, but what you are doing is wrong, and get this. What God has in store for you is so much more. But we also need to fall on our face praying for their souls and that their heart and hearts be broken so God can restore them. See, it's too often option one is the reality of our lives. John 17:16 says, for they are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. If we are not of the world, why do we let the world have so much influence over our life? And I say we because I am just as guilty of this as anyone else. I'll be transparent with you for a minute. I'm going into my senior year of high school and people are bombarding me with the question of, what are you going to do after college? My response is, I'm going to be a spoken word artist. And 3 times out of 4, I get the follow-up question of, well, what's going to be your real job? Or how are you going to make a living? After hearing this so many times, doubts have been planted in my head. And I say, well, how am I going to make a living? But I have to stop and remind myself that God called me to this and I surrendered. So as long as I'm obedient and follow His call for my life, He will be my provider and everything will fall in place. See, the world views life through a negative, fake it till you make it, do what you gotta do to be happy lens. But church, it's about time that we as Christians step out of our comfort zones, go out and stand firm in what we believe, and show them where eternal life begins.